Dear students, Namaste. Again, you have to study chemical kinetics. In this chapter, you have read what is first order of reaction. What is first order of reaction? And you have determined the rate constant of first order of reaction. Now, half-life period. What is half-life period? The time required to disintegrate the half of initial concentration of a reactant is called half-life period. Is it clear? जितने समय में किसी भी रिएक्टेंट का कंसंट्रेशन हाफ हो जाए उसका नाम है हाफ लाइफ पीरियड, और इन अदर वर्ड्स द टाइम इन्वॉल्व्ड टू रिड्यूस द इनिशियल कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ ए रिएक्टेंट टू हाफ ऑफ इट्स ओरिजिनल वैल्यू इज कॉल्ड half life period. It is indicated by either capital T or T half. Now let the initial concentration of a reactant is 0.2 moles per liter. What is 0.2 mole per liter? It is the concentration of the reactant. Then the time engaged to reduce the initial concentration up to 0.1 mole per liter will be called half life period. So it is clear. Initial concentration was 0.2 moles per liter. Now the concentration of the reactant after some time is 0.1 mole per liter. What does it mean? It means initial concentration is reduced to half of its original concentration, so the time engaged in it will be called half life period, that is capital T or half T. So half life period is related to all types of order of reaction. Here you have to study half life period of first order of chemical reaction. Half life period of first order of reaction. It is symbol half life indicated by capital T or T half. So it is the symbol. We know that K is equal to 2.303 by T log A by A minus X. We have read in the expression of rate constant of first order reaction, and we have to determine here half life of first order reaction. So half life, to determine the half life of first order reaction, we have to know the rate constant, equation of rate constant of first order reaction. So what is the rate constant of first order reaction? K is equal to 2.303 by T log A by A minus X. If X is equal to A by 2, means the concentration of product is A by 2, then that small t will be indicated by capital T. As you have read, the time required to reduce the initial concentration up to half of its original concentration will be called half-life. So if x is equal to a by 2, then t is equal to capital T. On putting these values in equation 1, we get k is equal to 2.303 by t log a by a minus 2. In place of x, a by 2, and it will be equal to 2.303 by t log a by 2 is equal to 2.303 by t log a by a into 2. It is equal to 2.303 by t log 2. Why 2? Because a and a will be cancelled. Or we can write t is equal to 2.303 by k into 0.301. The value of log 2 is 0.301. It is the value of log 2. Or t is equal to 0.693 by k. Why 0.693? Because if you multiplied 0.301 and 2.303, then it will be equal to 0.693 by k. It is the equation of half-life. What is the equation of half-life? T is equal to 0.693 by k. So, if you know the value of disintegration constant, then you can easily calculate half-life period. Or you know the half-life period of first order reaction, you can calculate the disintegration constant also, or rate constant also. What will be its SI unit? No problem, it will be second, because time is measured in second. Now next topic is zero order reaction. What is the zero order reaction? The reaction which takes much time to be completed is called zero order reaction. As the change is negligible, means it takes much time to occur, so the rate of reaction is nearly constant throughout the reaction. Means if we try to measure the value of rate of reaction after 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and again 10 minutes, it will be found nearly constant. For example, suppose H2 plus Cl2, H2 plus Cl2 is equal to 2HCl. Here rate of reaction is very slow, so it is considered as zero order reaction. Means after 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, rate of reaction will be equal. Second example, 2HI is equal to H2 plus I2. Here Au is catalyst. Now expression for zero order reaction means rate constant for zero order reaction. Let a reaction occurs as a reactant is R, which converts into product P, means R converts into P. According to the law of mass action, what happens here? Minus D concentration of R by dt, or minus change in concentration by dt will be directly proportional to D concentration of R naught. So minus D concentration of R by dt directly proportional to D concentration of R naught, or we can write here minus D concentration of R by dt is equal to K into D concentration of R naught. Concentration of R naught is indicated here, or D concentration of R by dt is equal to K into 1. Why? Because the value of R naught is equal to 1. Or we can write D concentration of R is equal to KD T. It is the equation number 1. On integration of equation 1, we get, what will we get? Minus concentration of R is equal to K integration of dt, because K is constant. So minus integration of D concentration of R is equal to K integration of dt, or it will be written minus concentration of R is equal to KT. Integration of dt is T plus C. You can write I also, where C is integration constant. So in book, in place of C, perhaps I is written. Anyone you can assume here. When T is equal to 0, then concentration of R will be equal to concentration of R naught at initial state. Why it is written here? To determine the value of C, means integration constant. On putting these values in equation 2, we get minus concentration of R naught is equal to K into 0 plus C, or C is equal to minus concentration of R naught, because K into 0 is equal to 0, and hence only C will be left. So C is equal to minus concentration of R naught. It is equation 3rd. Let it is equation 3rd. Now on putting the value of C in equation 3rd, we get, what will we get? Minus concentration of R is equal to KT minus concentration of R naught, or concentration of R naught minus concentration of R is equal to Kt. Only R naught is taken here left side, or K is equal to R naught minus concentration of R by T, means K is equal to concentration of R naught minus concentration of R by T. It is equation of zero order reaction. Now SI unit of K. What will be the SI unit of K of zero order reaction? Here K is equal to concentration of R naught. SI unit will be mole per liter, and T means second. So its SI unit is mole per liter per second. If you subtract R naught minus concentration of R naught minus concentration of R, then the value will be equal to anyone. Suppose that SI unit will be mole per liter and other is second. It can be written as mole liter inverse second inverse. Note, K is called rate constant or disintegration constant. Second, value of K means disintegration constant or rate constant differs in different order of reaction, and SI unit is also different, means SI unit of K you have seen in first order reaction is second inverse, but SI unit of K in zero order reaction is mole per liter per second. No problem in it. And then you have to study half-life of zero order reaction. It will be discussed in the next class. Today you have to remember it, try to solve it yourself. Have a nice day. Thank you.